What's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out another video here on the John Doc YouTube channel. Just want to give you guys a little update of what we got going on. I got the giveaway going on, win either a turbo or a nitrous system, doing a drawing for that on the 28th, so that's coming up. So if you haven't got your orders in, get them in. A bunch of stuff's on pre-orders. It'll be shipping out the first week of December. All hats and shirts are 1 entry. All sweatshirts are 2 entries, so go and get entered for the giveaway. It's winner's choice, either turbo or nitrous system. I do want to give you guys an update. A lot of you guys have been complaining about the camera. This is the new Canon G7X Mark III. The previous camera I used was the G7X Mark II. That camera is back at Canon to get repaired. It had a dead pixel. It had a bunch of dirt in between the lens, and then the screen on the back was kind of flopping off. Doing 1 video a day for almost an entire year. Started doing daily uploads in January of this year. So the camera, I'd say, is in really good condition for doing a video a day. I got this one because it was brand new. Autofocus on it was terrible. Canon came out with a firmware update, kind of better, but you'll see it kind of drifts off and goes blurry and doesn't want to focus. So I do apologize. I don't like it, but unfortunately this is what I'm stuck using until I get my other camera back. So I do have an 80D, but it's really big and tough to film this kind of stuff with. But what we got going on is we've been chipping away on what I'm calling the shop truck. It was more formally known as the Discount Dragon. I don't know if I need a new name for it or not, because it is not really like a discount build or budget build anymore. I'd say it is kind of budget for what I'm doing. Everything I've got for this car, minus the minus the pistons and the crank, are used. I mean, it's a used block. It's a used Procharger. I got some Beltec ball joint drops, but I mean they're $200, so who cares about that? The truck's a 350,000 mile old Pepsi truck that was turned into CB Tower's shop truck that they would use to like run errands with. So not really a super high dollar build. It's definitely something that can be replicated. I bought the block for fairly cheap. The rods were some H-beam ultra rods that were used. The crank, I think, is only like $700 or $800, and the pistons are $700. So not real crazy expensive. But yeah, shout out to the guys at Texas Speed, because I'm getting all my, I do a lot of motor stuff, and I get all that stuff through them. And then TCAM does all my machine work. So check out those two people. I'm wearing TCAM hat, TCAM hoodie. Links in the description below. Those guys are badass. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Today what we're doing is we're kind of talking about where we're going with the truck. I'd like to have this truck set up a couple different ways. Be somewhat streetable. I know it's tough with a crank-driven blower, but we're still going to drive it on the street. But I want to be able to go between slicks and radials and be able to run no prep, and then run some prep or 28 shootouts and stuff like that. Now this truck isn't going to be extremely fast because, I mean, it's like a crusty old truck. It's with all steel bumpers and everything. But I think for the more marginal tracks, this truck can really shine. If we go to some of our tracks, like we go to Nahuna, we go to Fayetteville, some of these tracks that aren't like stellar prep, we can make this truck work pretty good, opposed to if we were to take like the Mustang, the Bad Apple, or the Black Sheep out there. It's overkill for what you can really do. So that's where I'm going. I want to do some no prep though. I want to put a slick on this and really do some no prep racing. Which, Ben, you excited to do some no prep racing?
Yeah.
Really?
Sure.
With a blower? You said blowers are for cavemen, and no prep racing's, I assume, not far behind.
You can't put down any horsepower when you're no prep racing, so the blower's perfect.
God. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. That's real nice.
Copy.
What are you doing here? Building some exhaust?
Building exhaust.
You need me to throw down a dime real quick or something? No? Okay, alright. Alright guys, before we get rolling any further in this video, I know I'm all over the place, but I mentioned in my last video, I'm going to start filling this front door that we got up with stickers. So as you can see, we got some race parts, we got a clapped out sticker, Moroso, Alki Diggers, Holla EFI. My boy Chris just sent me one, Blazing High Performance. They are an LS shop out of, I think, South Carolina, and they got a badass sticker. So High Performance and Tuning. I see him at the track. They got some fast G8, so I'm gonna slap this on the door. If you guys want to send us any stickers, I'll be sure to put it in all the videos from here going forward. Our shop address. Please don't show up, but you can send us stuff if you want to send us stickers or whatever. The address will be in the description below. So thank you guys at Blazing High Performance. We're gonna slap this on the door, and we'll get rock and roll in today's video. Look at our sticker door filling up. Just put one of probably the coolest ones in the game. The carbon fiber, hashtag DCF the world. Shout out to my boy Joe C, Dieter's Custom Finishing. Their links in the description below. Check them out. Let's get rolling with today's video. All right, so what's on the menu for today is, maybe later I'm going to work on the zoomies, but right now I want to get this little ball joint drop on the truck. So I'm going to jack it up, get on some jack stands. I don't think this came with instructions, so we're just going to, I'm sure there's only one way it goes on, and we're going to bolt it on there. I'm going to take the sway bar off while we're down there as well, because we don't need that for drag racing. And I'll pop the front tires off, jack it up, and then I did find where that ball joint goes, and we're going to drop it there. So yeah, it should go something just like that, maybe that way. I don't know, we'll find out here in just a second. All right, first look here at the front suspension of the Colorado, and actually just like the brakes and all that. None of this is screaming performance. Not highly impressed with how everything looks performance wise. Yeah, it's pretty gross. I mean, not to think that they would be performance inspired anything, but I did not expect to have like a spacer. Like, this is what you see like when you buy badass wheels from American Force, and they have like a big spacer going from 8 to 10 lug. But God, everything on this is so rushed. This truck's been sitting for like 6 months outside, so it barely rolls. But yeah. Alright, so with the brakes removed, we get a good look at the spindle here, which they say can be replaced with a Crown Vic spindle. Got to remove the sway bar and the sway bar end links, and then I think what I'm going to do is, when I put this drop in, I'm going to cut a link off the coil and see if we can lower the ride height even more. So I just got to look at it for a second and see here. I think I got to take pressure off the spring so this thing doesn't rocket into earth or me, and we'll go from there.
It's not going to go anywhere, because this one holds the strut into the top hat, and then this holds the top hat in here.
So you're telling me I can just unbolt?
You can just unbolt it.
So should I just take this whole spindle off? Or would you just, I got to just put the ball joint in the bottom, because it's a ball joint drop. What you know about that?
Pressure on the
top
arm, yeah.
On the bottom, yeah. So if I take the spindle off from it, it'll just rocket down.
If you take the upper control arm loose from the spindle, it's going to try and pop down on that jack.
So am I in danger?
What are you taking loose right now?
Well, I need to take the lower ball joint off, because I got these badass performance drops for it. And then I want to take the spring out. How difficult is it going to be to take the spring out?
If you take the lower ball joint loose right now, yeah, that's fine.
I won't die.
No, because it's still trying to pull up.
Yeah.
If it were if the stud were on this side, then it would be the opposite.
No, I need to take the whole ball joint off. Essentially, I need to take the whole spindle off. Well, what I just realized is it goes on top like this, and I guess this hole right there would be where the sway bar goes.
It probably goes up.
Right?
To be honest. They probably get rid of that, and it probably goes like that now.
Oh, you think it goes the other way? Oh, that would be a drop. No, that would...
It'd be a drop. You're moving the whole thing. The whole spindle moves up further.
Yeah, so it'd be the other way.
Yeah,
it'd be the other way. Yeah. It'd be like that. But then I have to cut off that damn factory mount for the sway bar, because I think this just sandwiches. Like, this goes on top, and the metal goes in. So that's a pain in the ass.
Get the spindle off first.
All right, I've been getting my tail absolutely kicked by this sway bar, but I got it. Oh, this was a battle. I never realized that 300,000+ miles of crusty, rusty nastiness will do this, but about every bolt on this thing is seized up. But we got it out. Ben had to come in and assist. Dude, this thing's like 900 pounds. Yeah. Awful. Stinks. It looks even more like a race truck now. We are slowly getting down to race truck status. Oh, look who it is. It's Bradsky himself. Why are you coming here smiling like that?
I'm mad at you still.
Why?
Just destroying my turbo like
Your turbo. You know what? You keep calling it your turbo. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it. So that turbo that we destroyed was actually Brad's that he was putting on his car. And then we ordered him another one and took that. And your turbo stinks. One pass, dead.
Can't keep anything nice around you.
Literally can't have anything nice.
The curse is real. Like, you know, people, you know, joke around, say you destroy everything, but I mean...
Dude, half the time it has nothing to do with, like, me itself. It's just like, I go out there, I let her rip, and then it breaks like a tater chip. So...
Chris was driving probably a little bit of fun.
He and I both had that argument earlier today. I said yes it would. He said yes it would also. So it wasn't even an argument. So, but dude, look at my progress right now. We're just
57 on the Zoomy build.
Well, Zoomies took a back seat. I got my my badass lowering kit here, and we're getting started on. Oh, Phil, dude, just got the sway bar off. You not impressed with my progress? This thing is so crusty. 300,000 miles.
There's a blower there though.
There is a blower right here. I told Ben, I said, man, I'm about ready to cut a hole in this thing. But,
Yep.
All right, so, Ben, I took the sway bar off. You want me to take the upper control arm off next?
None of the stuff will be going anywhere.
All right, so we got the...
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is...
Terrible lie.
is that 27? All right, so we got the upper control arm off the spindle. All this stuff is just absolutely disgustingly gross. I accidentally cut the wire for my front wheel speed sensor. Oh no! How are we going to use traction control? We're going to have to implement other speed sensors. But other than that, I'd say we're moving right along here. About to take this off. I think I'm going to have to end up cutting that off as well because something doesn't look like it's going to be happy there. It's not that this is terrible. It's just it's so crusty. It's making it so much worse.
Ready?
Yeah.
Cheese and rice.
Oh, she's free.
You got it?
Do I got it? Not yet.
Alright, now drop it down and out.
Oh God, that is performance. That feels like performance.
Now you can see if this is the same as the
Corvette spindle. God, what if it was? That would just be perfect. All right, so now we're actually at the point where we can do the ball joint installation. We gotta lop that off, smooth that all out.
Well, it should just be these.
Yeah, but look at how they did this. Like this piece goes in the middle, that goes on top, which means you have to delete this. I've been a total liar. I found the instructions and I went immediately to where it says upper ball joint removable, don't need that. Front sensor line disconnect, I cut that, so that doesn't pertain to us. Oh, here it is. Lower control arm sway bar connector, arm ear removal. It says cut it off with a Sawzall. So,
Easy enough.
easy enough.
Something like that.
Where's Wes when you need him? Peasant stuff.
Hey, can I borrow your Sawzall? No.
This goes in here.
God, this is really the best way that they tell you to do it. Are you ready? Where's your eye protection?
Go for it.
That one was bad. Phil, this blade's not that bad. It might be ruined.
Rather painless.
Ruined? Ruined. Did I say that weird too?
Yeah, you do.
Ruined it. God, now I regret wearing joggers today. No lie. Am I on fire yet?
Yep. It's not that bad.
America.
We're about there. That's just pretty interesting how this works.
Yeah, it works though. Wow. Beating up the cardboard feather over there with a handle.
Yeah, exactly.
So now it's time to look at the spindle and see if
You should replace pretty much all of that.
Well, Brad, how awful is this?
Well, I
not
mean,
that bad.
it's progress. We're on the driver's side.
It wouldn't be bad if it wasn't 300,000 miles of crud, but we're getting through it. It took like an hour and a half to get the damn spindle off this side. Now I just got to take this lower ball joint off and then cut it. So we're making good progress. Talked to our partner on the car, Jason Brazzel, and so we took the spindle off. We took the spindle apart because someone commented and said a Corvette spindle matches up with a Colorado hub. So I said, well, I got Corvette spindles sitting outside. There's Z06 spindles. They're 3-bolt. This is 4-bolt. They're nowhere near close to matching up. They're different in size as well. So they lied to me.
What about the whole spindle itself?
So the whole spindle, what I'm gathering, someone sent me a thread that a Crown Vic entire spindle, hub, brakes, rotors, everything just matches right up. It just toes it in a little bit because the upper control arm's too short, and it
Toes it in or cambers it in?
it cambers it in, but it also toes in because the steering rack's a little bit too short. So Jason Bradley said, well, if that works and that bolts right up, let's use that, and then we will. No, we're not stancing this. Let's just get one thing straight.
I mean, I'm about -5 degree of camber in the front. I actually have to flip the tires on the Jeep.
Cambered so bad. Yeah.
It happens.
Can someone please make some sort of aftermarket stuff easier than a ball joint drop, and that's it for Colorado?
No, because it's not. Why? So they can sell 2 of them?
More people need to start building these is the issue. They are the worst platform to build.
They're going to sell 1 to you. You're going to screw it up, so then you're going to buy a second one. That's going to be the only 2 they're going to buy.
That sounds about right, actually. But we're getting closer. We're getting closer to great success.
But all I got to say is there's a big Procharger on the front, though.
All right, great progress here. We cut that ear off. Just got to sand it down, then bolt it on.
Going good.
This side, yeah, really, it's not going that bad.
not
Just
bad.
besides it fighting the rust.
That was a better cut, so you only have to do a little bit of grinding on that one.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, honestly, it looks pretty. Just bolt it on, man.
Hey, do it one time. The next time, I'm a professional.
Yeah, you got it. Nice. See him pre-spread the gap there. Oh, still not quite enough.
Here's my gap spreading tool.
Upside down.
No, there's no upside down or setup.
I know, I'm just messing.
And I looked at it, I was confused.
I feel like that's just flexing it up, to be honest.
I don't know, it slides in there better every time. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Hold on, I just gotta get this side. Right back here. And we're
Eat
good.
my own words. Yeah, that's a nice hat you got on there.
I'm trying to think of what hat I'm wearing. Oh, TKM hat. Yeah, it's not too bad.
You hear Phil over there?
Is that Phil moaning?
Phil moaning over there. You alright, Phil? Alright. Ooh. Get that one front bolt, yeah. Ooh.
When Phil works, it's literally like a softcore porno in here,
Yeah.
moaning the entire time.
It's female tennis athlete over there.
Phil did it. Look at that. That right there's a successful ball joint drop install.
Looks good.
It does look alright.
You said $100 an inch?
$100 an inch, so $200. It was 200. It's like 230. But
Got your grease fitting on there.
yeah, I got my grease fitting here. Got my one's pretty pissed.
You know.
So I guess we're not gonna put it together any more than this because we're gonna go to 5-lug conversion. So I need to go on like eBay or something, or if someone has some Crown Vic spindles, I need them. If you have clapped out Crown Vic, I need to find out what year they come from because I'm sure they're different per year.
Well, no, we don't need any off a clapped out Crown Vic.
Oh, you want new ones?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna look for some new
This
ones.
truck might see some mile an hour. You might want to have some sort of you
Yeah.
know, decent parts in that area right there.
I'll do some research. If you guys have any information, comment below. Other than that, Brad, you want to send them out of here?
No.
No? All right. Wes, send them out of here.
Man,
Let them know about the giveaway.
So, the giveaway. The giveaway. So, every shirt you buy is 1 entry. Every hoodie you buy is 2 entries. Every
Hat?
hat you buy is 4 entries.
Whoa,
I'm just
whoa,
kidding.
whoa.
They're all 1, right?
They're all one, yeah.
Yeah, there
Except
we
for the
go.
hoodie. The hoodies are 2.
Every black fill you buy, that's 10 entries.
That's pretty racist.
I thought so as well.
Why? I was
thought
giving you a whole lot more value than everything
Well, look.
else.
All I know is I got a hoodie, so I got 2
More
entries.
valuable than a hat, is what he said. He tried to do the infomercial. He
the
completely
hat-
stumbled on the
hat
infomercial. Hit him with the infomercial, Phil.
Oh, do you want to bend your neck? And do you want to blow your intake manifold apart? Enter.
All right, guys.
All right.
We got a giveaway going on. I mentioned it earlier. Every shirt and hat is 1 entry. Hoodies are 2 entries. Your choice to win a billet wheel 78 millimeter turbo or a nitrous kit, so you can either bend your neck or blow your intake, like Phil said. Merch link first description down below if you haven't already subscribed. We're gonna get this thing rolling here sooner than later. Once we get the front end wrapped up, I ordered everything for the engine to be assembled, so that'll come flying from TKM. I'm gonna put a Terminator on it, and then I'm just gonna run it on the stock drivetrain. I'll put a glide in it, and then we're gonna drive it on stock rear until
For like 1 pass.
no, we're just gonna go out and mess around with it on the street. I mean, it's gonna have zoomies and a Procharger. Even just drive,
one burnout and shoot the axles out.
even
Yeah.
driving around is gonna be awesome. So, yeah, be sure to subscribe. What I'm gonna do, because a lot of you guys asked, we got so many projects going on. I'm gonna create some playlists and have them specific to each playlist. So, Black Phil will have his own playlist. The cow will have its own playlist. Salted chicken, the black sheep, bad apple, silverback. Other than that, we'll see you guys tomorrow's upload.